Did some work out in the yard today and yesterday. Got the landscaping cleaned up a little bit. I'm not going to do too much in the yard this year because we're already into the middle of August. So within a month, I'm not going to want to be outside anymore. But I wanted to do enough that I could still enjoy the yard for the next couple of weeks before the winter comes. And this in particular over here was just awful. You know, and you see this every day when you come in and out. So this needed to get corrected. So this is what I did for now. Took out all the weeds. There was a bunch of junk over there. There was a lattice thing there, which I still haven't decided if I want to put that back or maybe build a second railing. I'm not too sure it's really correct the way it is. You know, the side of the stairs doesn't look so hot and so forth, but we'll see what I do with that. That'll be a next year project. I didn't want to put any plants because, you know, they're going to die off in a couple weeks, so I dug that out of the, this is actually just kind of laying flat over here. It looks like a person holding a frog. So that's over there for now, and then I put some little mushrooms in and kept the hosta, kept those little fuzzy weeds. Another hosta coming up over there. I believe that's a rose bush. What it will produce next year, if anything, is unknown. So this isn't exactly what I had in mind for this long term, but at least now it's presentable and pleasing to look at as you come in and out. Got this stuff here. You know, again, it's not perfect. It's kind of dilapidated still, but it's presentable. And then we come up here. And these things, I actually like these. I'm going to keep these. This one, I'm not sure if I'll add some smaller bushes or just keep it simple with these. Definitely want to add another bush over here. There's some little hostas growing there, but they're not really taking off. Maybe they'll come back next year and fill in better. Got the little frog there, or the big frog. So it's still kind of bland and whatnot, but at least it's also presentable. And you come out here and you walk by, and it's nice. Looks decent. Looks inhabited. So that's that. That's the front landscaping, much better. And then also today I put some mulch in over here. You know, and this is the same situation. This is not how I want it to be long term, but at least this is presentable and looks halfway decent. It's got some kind of flowers on the other side. They look like they're getting ready to do something, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't recall seeing any flowers over here before, so yeah, so we got a little bit of color coming on there. I think these may be getting ready to bloom. Unfortunately, that one kind of snapped off, so I'm not sure that'll work, but maybe we'll get some flowers out of that. This is growing nice. I remember we had something like this around the pool years and years ago at the first house. So I kind of like having this on here again. It's kind of a mess, but it's there. And it kind of just grows along the lattice. That's not bad. Good enough for this time of the year. I cleaned up over here a little bit, some of the leaves. It's kind of what it looked like before. These are all oak trees, which is nice because they're very sturdy and reliable, so I don't mind having these tall trees next to the house. But the problem is they are messy, and you get acorns and you get little twigs like that all over the place. A ton of leaves in the fall, but I think it's worth it because I really enjoy them during the summer. I want to start using this portion of the yard more before the cold weather comes. I really like this area of the yard. Kind of reminds me of the old house, you know, with the way the trees are and everything. Just kind of a neat area. So there's that. And there's the front again. It looks so much better. And of course there's more to be done, you know, that's got to get cleaned up over there and needs mulch over there, and you know, those bushes got to get mulch around them and all sorts of stuff. Eventually I'll plant some more things along the wall here. You know, I'll kind of carry this over and plant stuff all along here, all in through here. And this is kind of cool. There's some planters in the rocks here, so I'll clean those up and fix those and make use of those. This area too kind of reminds me of the old yard with the big rocks. This is the only evergreen tree on the property. It's got a nice array of pine cones on it. So I'm thinking I want to trim this back a little bit, just a couple feet to expose it more, because I want it to be good and healthy. I like to have evergreen trees in the winter. Just helps to add a little bit of life to the property. I'm not going to even bother with that until next year. But that's it for the front. That's all I'm going to do for this year. Just enough to make it presentable and decent looking. That just clicked on. I've got these two planters here, which probably will use for vegetable garden or something like that. I've got a bigger one over there, but again, that's all next year projects. I want to line the corner of the house with hosta. That too is a next year project. Yeah, something growing here. I'm not really sure what this is. Two different kinds of like succulent style plants. So that's it for the front yard for this year. It's cleaned up and looks decent, and next year in the spring we'll have at it again. There's a lot more cleanup to be done, but there's certain things that just didn't make any sense to do, like over here in these holly bushes there's all leaves in there, but it really doesn't make any sense to clean those out now because it's just going to get like that again in a couple of weeks. So that's more of a spring project as well. Yeah, for just using miscellaneous stuff I had on hand and a couple of bags of mulch, I think it looks pretty good.